we would see the day as licensed nail techs where OPI decided to finally sell out. They're now making at-home DIY gel kits.
Let's get real for a moment. If you are an independent nail artist and you are threatened by OPI or any other nail company putting affordable DIY gel kits onto the market, your nail work is not that good. This nail artist might as well just have said, like, if you don't have $75 to go to an independent nail artist, then you shouldn't be doing your nails anyways. These DIY kits are for people that can't afford to go to an independent nail artist or for people that just want to do that themselves and not spend that money. She went as far to call OPI a sellout. A sellout for offering consumers an affordable product? And to say everything that you did in your video and follow it up with, well, what's the point of us getting our license? Like, what's the point of us even doing this if the consumer can just easily get their hands on it? Like, how the fuck does that make sense? Like, of course, there's rules and regulations for people to run a business. The people that buy these DIY kits, nobody else is liable if they hurt themselves with the product. At their own discretion. Duh. And I'll reiterate what I said in the beginning. If you are threatened by this, your work is not that good. And maybe you should look into other avenues.
The nail techs are crashing out on TikTok, and I love it for y'all. I love it for y'all. Nail polish brand OPI has decided to come out with a DIY at-home gel kit so people can now do their own gel nails at home. But I would be lying if I said I have not gotten a few chuckles out of the situation. I truly have. Because it's like, aren't y'all the exact same bitches who sat up on this app and pretty much every other app for that matter, telling your customer base that if they can't afford your prices and you can't afford a $130 medium length white French tip set, then you're just a broke ass bitch and you need to fuck off? Wasn't that y'all? Like, weren't y'all the same ones who were like, well, actually, getting your nails done is a luxury. Obviously, some of you just can't afford luxuries in life, and that's just too bad. You dumbass broads have priced yourselves out of your own market, and now you mad. What was even funnier about the entire situation, and this is coming from somebody who did start doing nails from home at a certain point, what was so funny to me is that y'all really loved to parrot that whole luxury talking point. Meanwhile, there actually isn't really anything luxurious about somebody having to come and sit in your living room to get their nails done. Like, there's nothing luxurious about somebody having to come to your mom's house, walk past all of your family in the living room and down the hallway to get to your bedroom so they can get their nails done. There actually isn't anything luxurious about somebody having to walk through your backyard in the middle of summer to go into the shed that has nothing in it but a fucking AC unit to get their nails done. There actually isn't anything luxurious about your client booking a pedicure and they show up just to have to soak their feet in one of those plug-in foot soaking tubs that you can get for like $25, $30 at Walmart. Like, y'all be out here talking about luxury until y'all are blue in the face. And whole time, y'all be offering the same level of quality that somebody could give themselves in the comfort of their own home. Like, the main people who go on and on and on about nails being a luxury, and that's why all of my sets, even my short sets, start at $200 fucking dollars, are the ones who are offering the most unluxurious experience that you can possibly think of. They're the ones cussing you out on their booking sites. They're the ones telling you that you gotta park down the street and walk to their house because they don't allow extra cars in their driveway. No, you can't accidentally show up 30 seconds later. They're gonna charge your card for the full price of the service. Like, y'all took something that actually was supposed to be a luxury, something that was supposed to be a relaxing, luxurious experience, and y'all made it as inconvenient as humanly possible for your clients. Y'all have taken a service that was supposed to be calming and relaxing and enjoyable and have turned it into something that is stressful and anxiety inducing. Like, it's literally the hairstylists all over again. You know, remember when all the hairstylists were up here all bent out of shape because they found out that people were cutting and coloring their hair at home, as if everybody can just afford for a basic trim and color to cost them $500? And what really kills me is, like, for one, can women business owners please stop getting on the internet crying over the fact that there is competition? Like, y'all love to go on and on about girl boss this, girl boss that, you know, girls are just as capable of leading and managing as men, but then y'all will get up here and unravel over the fact that there's competition in the world. Like, why do y'all get up here and pretend like DIY options have not always existed? Box dye has literally always been a thing. OPI has literally always been available to the average everyday consumer. Like, why do y'all get up here and crumble and cry as if these things have not existed since the beginning of time? Y'all actually play into the stereotype that women leaders, women business owners are weak. Genuinely do. Y'all play into it. Y'all are led by y'all's emotions. Y'all carry that high school mean girl ass personality with you into your business as a grown woman. You shit talk, criticize, and sometimes just flat out insult your customer base every time they have a question or a complaint about something. And y'all come up here falling the fuck apart, ready to just end it all because, oh, this other company offers the same thing that I offer. Like, in reality, it's starting to give that y'all actually aren't as confident in y'all skills as y'all want people to believe. Because if you were, you would realize that the customers who are meant for you will be for you regardless of what else is going on. Regardless of what product is released, regardless of what new company opens, regardless of what new nail tech or hairstylist comes out on the scene, the customers that are meant for you will be for you. And if you really are as good at what you do as you say you are, and you really are offering as luxurious of an experience as you claim you are, then you will have client retention. Your customers will find you, and your customers will stay with you. If you are finding it impossible to keep even one client as a reoccurring client, then maybe, just maybe, you actually aren't as amazing as you think you are. Maybe your service actually isn't as luxurious as you've boosted it up to be. Maybe you're just flat out fucking rude. Because some of you are very talented, but you're also a bitch. And guess what? Whenever you're offering a service that requires your clients to have to sit around you for 1, 2, 3+ hours, you actually kind of have to have at least somewhat of a decent personality. That's why those snotty, cocky-ass tattoo artists are having such a hard time in 2025. If you're a dick, guess what? I actually don't want to have to sit around for 8 hours as you tattoo me and listen to you speak. Y'all have priced yourselves out the market, and even if people were willing to pay the price, your personality is the final nail in the coffin. Don't be mad at OPI, be mad at yourself. And all the other people within the same industry as you. Because y'all are the ones who have ruined it. Love you. Bye.
Okay, so I just saw this TikTok of this nail tech, licensed nail tech. I feel like she's gonna sue me if I don't add that. Getting really upset because apparently OPI is now selling at-home gel kits for the average consumer, I believe her words were. She's losing it. She does not like this. And I'm sitting over here being like, oh, don't look this way. Don't look this way, because as we know, I just started doing my own nails recently, if you couldn't tell. Okay, not licensed, just DIY at home. Duh. As she's talking about how she does not like the way OPI is doing this for the average consumer, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I about to be dragged into this? I don't know. Cause like, I'm having my thoughts in my head, and whenever I see somebody low-key crashing out in a video, we all run to the comment section, like, what is the general consensus here from the average viewer on what's happening in this video, right? And everybody's being funny. Everybody's also bringing up good points about, well, the nail industry is kind of really, like, it costs a lot to get your nails done. It's not what it used to be. Absolutely true. Me personally, I stopped going to get my nails done because, I mean, yeah, it's really expensive. I don't want to pay for it anymore, but also I just enjoy doing them on my own and making the little videos of me doing them. And I always add like 20 disclaimers, like, I'm not certified. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't follow my advice, you know, but I have fun doing it. And so I was like, And then I thought I ended there, but I decided to go to her profile because I love stalking people. And she made another video, and it didn't make any sense to me because, okay, first of all, before the video starts playing, I see the ratio of double numbers to triple numbers of likes and comments. So I'm like, uh-oh, what happens here? And basically she's like, everybody's misunderstanding what I said in my last video. Like, my issue isn't with the DIYers. Like, the DIYers are totally fine. That's not what we have an issue with. And then, from what I gathered, she starts talking about a comment that somebody or maybe a few people made about how nail techs charge for higher prices with lower quality products that are, like, from Amazon or whatever. Which, like, listen, I use the Amazon products. If I went to a nail salon and paid for that, I'm asking for a refund. I'm asking for a refund because, like, they don't last. I don't really think that's a common thing anymore. Oh, you found a sock. I don't really think that's a common thing happening where, like, professionals are using Model 1s or Beetles, you know? But then she goes to say that the professional-only brands are no longer professional anymore because of, like, I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me, okay? This goes to say, the reason I'm covering this, I want to ask somebody who is a licensed nail tech, what is the actual issue here? Because that's new. From what I gathered, and I could be wrong, from what I gathered, the issue that this girl does actually have is with the DIYers. She doesn't like us. She doesn't like that there is a market out there for us. Like, she doesn't have a problem with us DIYing as individuals, but she doesn't like the market for that. I'm just confused, and I want to understand. Because I feel like, listen, I'm a DIYer. I didn't get the license, okay? I don't have the license. I've done this 4 times. I really can't speak on it. I feel like I'm not allowed to speak on it. I feel like it would be disrespectful to the industry if I were to speak on it. But why is OPI selling out again? Why can't we, people who don't want to pay over $100 for a set anymore, have to, why can't we have a DIY gel at home kit? I'm very, very confused. Please enlighten me, because
Alright guys, as a nail tech, I have no idea why this lady is so upset about the OPI DIY kits that just came out. One, Kiss has been selling these kinds of kits at CVS for so many years. 2, you can stroll into any TJ Maxx and buy OPI, so I don't know what she's saying about it being like a professionals only kind of brand and them selling out. 3, nails are expensive, and that totally makes sense if you want to do it yourself. In fact, I encourage all my clients to try and do it by themselves if, you know, they're patient, they're creative, they just need to save a bit of money, take a break, like, that's totally fine. That's how 99% of nail tech started, I feel like. But what's scary is how mad the internet is at nail techs right now. I just want to clarify that I don't think there are other nail techs who think the way this lady does. Like, we're not that threatened by it. So I would appreciate if people don't get so mad at us, please. Thank you. Alternatively, you can come take a press-ons class at Tiny Chaos Studios in Boston. We teach press-ons classes so you can get really cool designs and learn new skills. Or you can go to Open Studios, which is access to 500 plus materials, hundreds of charms to do whatever you want to do and make your own set of nails, bring your friends, learn a new skill. Also, you can go to a grocery store and buy food and cook your own food, but sometimes you just feel like paying to eat out and have someone else do it for you. So I think that aspect of nails is always going to be there. Like, you can always do it yourself, but sometimes you just don't want to bend hunched over to paint your big toe. Like me.
You can't fuck people over and then expect them to continue to, like, buy your shit. I am seeing so much backlash with OPI and them creating like an at-home nail kit. So I'm gonna be talking about my stance. The last like 2 years that I've gotten my nails done, the price was so bad for a polish change and a acrylic change on my nails that I just completely stopped going. Every time I would go to a nail salon, I would always get so anxious when I walked up to see the total. And I just don't like how nail salons have no transparency of prices. And the same goes for hair salons. Very rarely have I ever gotten my hair done and it was like how much they said it was gonna be. The problem that I have is that like nail techs and hair salons, they always say, well, if you can't afford it, it's a luxury service. So if you can't afford it, just don't get it done. But then they get mad when they have no business and they can't pay their bills because no one wants to pay those crazy ass prices. I remember I literally paid $20 extra for chrome once on my nails and I was like, I'm never going back here again and I'm never getting that again. But if you're willingly choosing to raise your prices that much, don't get mad when people don't go. I remember growing up, I had like a handyman that we used and they were always way more affordable and did the work for a little bit less than most people around my area did. But the amount that my parents used them and ended up paying them made it worth it because we continue to go back. So yeah, if you're charging $80 for a full set, you might get that $80, but that person's never coming back. I don't understand what they're not getting, but it's the same with hair. I've walked out and my hair was $560. I never went back to the salon, canceled my next appointment.
But the average consumer also never thought they would see the day in which nail techs would triple their prices, turn on us, and tell us, sit and spin, bitch. You can't afford me because I'm luxury. Getting your nails done in any capacity is a luxury service. If you can't afford a luxury service, you need to do press-ons or at-home gel kits. So all I'm hearing is a major corporation decided to capitalize on the same group of people y'all tried to kick out. What's the problem? I thought we couldn't afford you in the first place, so why are you so mad that OPI is doing exactly what you told them to do? You literally created this market. Consumers said, we love you. We cannot afford a $200 nail service. We can afford a $120 nail service with tip. Is there anything in that price range? And so many of y'all literally said no, that you're luxury, that we need to do at-home nail kits and we need to do press-ons. Do y'all not realize when you tell the consumers that, you are also telling major corporations exactly what the fuck to do to capitalize off of the same market you're trying to kick out? Okay. Well, ring-a-ding-ding, capitalism is on the phone dressed up as karma for the nail techs. Time to answer the phone, darling.
This nail tech goes on to say that OPI is sold out by selling their products direct to consumer, so that way they can bypass the salon altogether. And first, girl, they've been doing that. What are you talking about? And second, I just wanted to talk about why there's such a rise right now of nail techs and hairstylists going online and making it the customer's problem that they cannot afford the services, so they are DIYing it. There is nothing wrong with DIYing your nails. There is nothing wrong with DIYing your hair. Not everyone can swing an extra $100 every month to get their nails done. Not everyone can swing an extra $300-400 every now and then to get their hair done. It is perfectly reasonable if you want to just do that yourself. And there are some people who, even if they have the money, to them it is just not worth paying for the service if you can do a decent enough job on your own. And in this economy, it's incredibly tone deaf to shame people for trying to cut costs and for trying to make themselves feel pretty in a way that fits in their budget. I do my own hair, not just because it is cheaper, but because I have never gone to a salon and gotten 100% what I asked for. But every time I've done my own hair, it has came out how I pictured it. I know what I like. I know how I like it to be done. And some people, just no matter how I explain it, will never get there. In this economy, you have to just expect people to cut costs. People are going to try to do stuff themselves. And you, as a professional, should expect that. And if you are so threatened as a professional by an OPI home gel nail kit, you must not be that great of a professional. Because genuinely, if you are so convinced that people are going to do their nails at home and not see a reason to come back to you to use your services must not have been that great. Because as someone who usually DIYs their stuff, I still like to get my nails done sometimes because I know that my skills are not the same as the salon, and it's also just a luxury. It's nice to be able to sit down and have someone wait on you and like pamper you. It is nice for someone to do those services for you. So if you're so worried that you're going to lose your clientele to an at-home gel kit, it's probably because you know that your clients could do just as good of a job as you can, because you are not that skilled. And frankly, OPI doesn't owe anything to the nail salons. They are a brand. If they want to sell direct to consumers like every other cosmetology brand, they have a right. It's crazy because like literally even like the salons that are like a Redken salon, Redken still sells directly to their customers as well. If your client is willing to give up your services for an at-home nail kit, it's probably for one of a few reasons. One, your work is just as good as their work, so maybe you should work on improving your skills. Or it's because they can't afford to go to you anyway, so they were probably not going to go to you. Either way, the only difference now is that they can have a way to do it for themselves. To me, this is the same energy as if a cook was mad that someone went to a grocery store instead of going to their restaurant.
Hey Kim, people are dying. Not everyone can afford $100 every time they want to get their nails done. I'm pretty lucky that I've been able to set aside some time and some money. This is the one thing I like to do. I don't get my eyebrows done and I don't get my hair dyed or cut. I do it all myself. This is the one thing I like to do. But I'm lucky. Not everybody can do that. So why not give people a cheaper, more affordable, attainable way to be able to go home and make themselves feel beautiful? Just because you don't have $100 to spend every 2 weeks doesn't mean you don't deserve to feel pretty and have nice nails and nice things. Also, I had OPI gel kits in middle school, so I don't know what we're talking about that this is new. This feels definitely not new. Like, I had the light and everything, so this is not new. Maybe they're just pushing it a little bit more and you didn't realize it. I'm not sure. I don't think we should be shaming people who want to do their own nails at home because they can't afford your services. And y'all were the ones saying, if you don't want to pay, professional prices, do it at home yourself. All right, I will. Thank you.
We've all seen this video, right? A professional nail tech who is crashing out over OPI selling professional gel nail kits for at-home consumers. Funny enough, I have an OPI gel nail kit from probably 10 years ago confirmed in the comments of this video. So her crashing out is absolutely hysterical. But the first thing that came to my mind is I do photography side work. And girl, we have AI to worry about. Okay, the do-it-yourselfers are gonna do it themselves. That's always going to be a thing. Do it yourself. They are the type of people, they're frugal. They're looking for ways they think they can do it better. And you know what? God bless them, because they can paint with their non-dominant hand. They can paint with that left hand, okay? A sister can't. I'm always going to go get my toes done. I don't ever get my nails done. But point being, this is such a non-issue when I think of all the professions out in the world who have to worry about AI, and the fact that you can literally put a photo in AI and say, hey, I would like my newborn's photo to be turned into a professional photographer style photo, and AI can do it, babe. You've got nothing to worry about. To me, this screams, my chair is not filled and I don't know why. And unfortunately for you, that's not OPI's problem. All right. Saying that you all over the last 30 years are what created and put money in OPI's pocket is fucking hysterical. OPI was painting those dogs before you were born. They are an established brand. They can do whatever the hell they want. The crash out is wild in this economy. People cannot afford to consistently go to nail techs, but the people who are going to, they're going to find a way. So my advice would be you need to find a way to make your work stand out and make people return. Because I'm telling you right now, we have bigger issues in other professions than a nail kit getting sold. Okay, we've got literal AI robots who are taking over professions. Yeah.
You see that one video with that one nail tech like crashing out about OPI doing like a DIY like at home? Talk about it for a second, because I just think that's a crazy take to think that a product like that, like actively taking money out of your pocket. If I was in competition with a little mini lamp and a couple bottles of gel polish, and that could genuinely make my clients think that that's worth more than the service I've been giving them. Mind you, she said she was a nail tech for 15 years. If I've had clientele for 15 years and I'm actively losing clients to like IKEA type shit, I need to take a look at the service.
Have you guys seen the video of the professional nail tech who is livid because OPI is selling a new nail gel kit that what she calls our randos on the internet can do by themselves at home? And she's pissed because she's like, we've spent 30 years learning how to do nails and doing nails just for randos on the internet to be able to go to Walmart and buy the nail kit and do it by themselves at home. She is so mad. Woman, do you not know that just 15 years ago, we could walk into a nail salon and get French tips for $20? And now it's $70 for a basic nail set at a nail salon. And then you have to hop around and find a good one, because 4 out of 5 nail salons will screw your nails up. Walk out looking like you got a Frito glued to your fingernail. And do you not know the basic economy right now and how expensive everything is? You're talking down to consumers. And nail techs, aren't you guys the one that said if you can do it better at home, or if you can't afford our prices, go do it yourself? And now people have the option to do it themselves and you're mad? You don't hear, professional hairstylists coming on saying, complaining because they sell hair color kits at Walmart. Girl, you're really talking shit to poor consumers. And you're basically saying if you can't afford to come do it yourself, you need to look like shit.
I commented on this creator's video. I know she's getting a lot of hate, but I'm actually going to give her professional advice. And I'm doing this in video form so I can go a little bit more in depth than I could in a TikTok comment. The creator is frustrated with the brand OPI because she is a licensed nail technician, and OPI has sold out by selling at-home gel nail polish kits, which, by the way, you can purchase a number of at-home gel nail polish kits right now on Amazon for, $25, which if you go to any nail salon, you can't even get a full set for $25. And prior to the pandemic, that was something you could do. Prior to the pandemic, I used to get a full set. I get my nails pretty short. I used to get a pedicure, and I would get a gel pedicure, and I would leave spending less than $100. Now, I fully budget when I'm going to the nail salon $150 to $200. I understand inflation, pricing, everything, has gone up. But you can't expect a luxury, not needed service to be someone's priority to go spend upwards of $400 to $600 a month at your nail salon just simply because you decided to become a nail tech and get licensed. Everybody doesn't have that money sitting around to go spend. And by the way, I do that. I'm going to the grave with my nails done. I was raised by a woman who literally always had her nails done. I can't tell you how many times I'd be sitting in a nail salon chair doing my homework when my mom was getting her nails done. For me, it's self-care. It's a priority. It's something I'm willing to spend the money on at this point in my life right now. Even then, I can totally understand why people don't want to do that. Can't afford to do that. Don't have readily available time to sit 2 to 3 hours in a nail salon. Have small children at home so they can't even find someone to watch them for the 2 to 3 hours they'll have to sit at the nail salon. Or maybe they're immunocompromised and they can't be in a room with all the dust, the acrylics, in a room full of people this close together. They can't. It would literally be harmful to their health. So from a business perspective, you've basically just said a big F you to all those people. That's a huge demographic of people. Think about it. If I'm a mom and I just had a baby and let's say my mom's hey, I'll watch the baby for a few hours, go do self-care. And I have $200 and a few hours and I want to go to a nail salon and then I see a video like that. Why would I patron your studio or salon or you at all? I am a person who can't regularly get my nails done. So when I'm already going to be sitting in a chair knowing maybe I did my gel nails and you're going to have to remove them, or that I haven't gotten my nails done in months and you're going to judge me, I would never go to this person to get my nails done. Now, as someone who goes every 2 weeks to the same person, I wouldn't go to that person to get my nails done. And that's where my professional advice comes in. I understand that you might have that take. Many other people might have the same take. Maybe join a nail artist Facebook group or Reddit thread. I don't think this belongs on such a public platform and it's not a good take. Things like that will actively hurt your business. That's why you're deservingly getting so much hate. And to be honest, you're missing out on a marketing opportunity. If I was her, this is what I would do. And no, I was a makeup artist for several years and I would never come on here and be Rare Beauty, you have sold out. Just because you can get professional products doesn't mean your end result is going to look like it would look like if you went to a nail salon. I can have the best makeup in the world and, if I don't know how to contour, my contour is going to look crazy. That's where you could have come in as a licensed nail technician. You could have bought the kit. You could have maybe even worked with the brand to have them send it to you. You could have taught people how to do it online. As a licensed nail technician, this is how I would do it. The people who are going to patron you would have patroned you anyway. Again, I'm a person who gets my nails done every 2 to 3 weeks religiously. It's self-care for me. It's something I prioritize and it's something I budget for because it's a luxury service I can afford. But in certain months when things were tight and I couldn't afford it, you better believe I went to Ulta, bought a OPI nail polish, a top coat from Essie, and I made it work. That's where you as a business owner missed out on an opportunity. So my professional advice moving forward, I would take the video down. I would absolutely maybe take a break from the internet and maybe come back with at-home nail tutorials. Just remember, everything you post is permanent. The good takes and the bad takes. And just because you're getting attention for the bad takes doesn't equate to people putting their foot inside of your business. Jaclyn Hill did makeup at stores and she had to stop taking clients because her YouTube business took off so much. Same thing could have happened for you if you didn't come on the internet and shame a bunch of people who just want to do their own nails. And one of the most major brands in your industry. Think before you post when you're a business owner. And the business you provide is your services.